Hello everyone, welcome back to my Solid Sports video blog. This is episode 7. Thank you for watching. I'm Solid Assassin on YouTube, but my name is Troy West. Today's date is May 27th, 2016. Let me just make sure that, yes, it is the 27th. I just know it's Saturday for sure. Thanks again for watching as always. This video will be a lot shorter. My last two videos has been long as I had a lot to talk about in the sports world and other things I wound up talking about. But this video is not going to be that long. We finally do make it to the NBA Finals. It's finally set. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors will meet for the third straight time. That never happened in the history of the NBA. Team meeting 3 straight times, so this is the rematch to the rematch. I've seen a lot of people call it Cavaliers Warriors 3, which is a nice way to it. Probably the most anticipated NBA Finals has been in years. Can't think of one that was really that more intriguing in recent history. Probably I say when the Lakers played the Celtics back in what was it, 08? I think they played back to back. A lot of people was real amped up about those series, but not as much as this one. Even though last year a lot of people was amped up, but like I said, both teams had injuries and stuff throughout the first 2 times they played. This time everybody's healthy. Thank goodness. Both teams sort of dominated in the playoffs. So it should be a great series. I'm going to talk more about it. I'm going to have a special Solid Sports blog Thursday. Of course, Thursday is game 1 of the finals. I will have my prediction. I'm going to talk more about the LeBron Jordan discussion that's been going around. I'll touch more on that blog, but I mean, I grew up watching Michael Jordan, but I think LeBron is at least in the conversation. But like I said, I'll talk more about that on Thursday. Other than that, not a lot going on in the sports world. The Stanley Cup Finals start Monday. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators. I mean, I don't follow hockey a lot, but I try to follow it a little bit. I'm sort of rooting for Nashville in this series, and they've been real hot. I hope they win this series. Pittsburgh, of course, I think they just won it last year, so they got much more experience. But hockey is weird. Playoffs are weird because it's like basically it's really whoever gets the hottest. The top seeds don't normally win in the Stanley Cup, so look out for that if you're a hockey fan, of course. The Indy 500 is tomorrow afternoon. Not really followed Indy. I'm more of a NASCAR person, even though I don't really follow NASCAR a lot either, but I never really watched the Indy 500, so this I know a few of the drivers' names, but not really a big, huge fan of it. But that's a big event. Of course, it's one of the most historic races in history. I think it's the 101st time, so I know a lot of people probably looking forward to that tomorrow. Baseball season still going on. Like I said, there's been a lot of early season surprises, especially in the National League with the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, of course. I think I mentioned them last week. Still going on strong, still at the top of the division. The Dodgers been playing better. The Giants have fell off a little bit though. I think the Bumgarner injury, I think that did them in. Unless they get hot in the second half, I don't see them coming back. Even though they was one of my playoff teams. All the rest of the divisions sort of bunched up. Well, the Nationals got a big lead in the East, but right now, my Atlanta Braves, I am an Atlanta Braves fan. They are in second place, but they still I think they 3 over, because they've been playing pretty well lately too, even after Freddie Freeman went down. But yeah, I'm hoping they can at least maybe compete for a wild card spot. The Mets, I think they started to get healthy again. They might make a little run in the second half, but pretty much Washington, to me, is already wrapped up that division, even though it's so early in the season. Like I said, in the American League, all the divisions are, well, Houston has a pretty sizable league in the West, but Texas is coming on strong. That was the team I picked to win the division in the first place. They've been playing better. The East has gotten tight. Now the Yankees up right now. Boston has creeped back in, and the Orioles fell to third place. Toronto right there. I think they only like 4 or 5 out after starting so slow. They've been playing better. They get healthy as well. And Tampa is just always going to be, they just a competitive team. They always around for some reason. They right there. So, and the Central and the AL is bunched up as well. I think Minnesota leads it right now, but Cleveland, Chicago, Minnesota has been a real surprise as they've been at the top of the division. But like I said, you usually don't see teams separate themselves to the second half of the season, so that'd be interesting to see the rest of the baseball season, how it's going to unfold, who's going to emerge. It might be trades at the deadline of teams with too much out of it, trade their good players away to get prospects. So we'll see about all that. Still a long way to go in the baseball season. I want to talk a little bit NFL. NFL made some major changes this week. First with the celebrations. Now they made more lenient with touchdown celebrations. They allow you to use the ball as a prop now. They made more lenient, but I think only way you get penalized if you do something like sexual or something, or use of a weapon. Like I guess if you try to like fake like you got a gun, or maybe do a cutthroat slash or something that might be going too far and they penalize you. But you know, some guys are going to still toe that line. But it's going to be interesting to see how creative people going to get next year. And I just can't wait. The NFL season only 3 months away, not that long away. So teams had their OTAs. Yeah, you know, you probably heard the drama about Odell Beckham not showing up to his this week, and he was basically training with other people. But I don't have a major problem with it. As long as you come and play, I don't think it should be a major problem. But it's because of his antics on his little sideline burst and things that he done on the field, a little out of control, a little emotional. I think that's why the story blew up the way it did. But personally, I don't think he's a different player. And some of the things I read and seen, he worked out with Chris Carter. Chris Carter, Hall of Fame wide receiver. So I mean, it ain't like he's just goofing off somewhere. So hopefully. And Giants will be an interesting team because now they got Brandon Marshall on the other side. Victor Cruz side with the Bears this week. So NFL season going to be very interesting. Like I said, I'm going to have a big preview, you know, around the time when NFL comes around. So definitely stay tuned for that. The other change they made was the overtime. They changed the overtime time. They cut it from the full 15-minute quarter to 10 minutes. But all the other rules are still the same. You still have to score a touchdown to end the game if you get first possession. If you kick a field goal, then the other team do get a chance to get possession of the ball, either match your 3 or score a touchdown to win. Now me, I don't like ties. So, you know, during the regular season, you still can have a tie. If the time run out and the 2 teams still tied. Me, I would rather. I mean, I know this is. Speaking as a fan, because I do care about the safety of the players, which is the reason why they said they cut down the overtime times. You know, less plays on the field, less chance you get hurt. You know, that's what they said why they made the change. But me, I don't like ties. And some players probably won't say it, but they don't like. Nobody will want to have a tie. Like, you ever play a fighting game, and it rarely happens, but if you get a double knockout on most games, the game ends for both people. Like, the whole game pretty much resets. It's like both of you lose, and that's how I know how both teams probably feel when it's a tie. But my suggestion is still have it. I don't mind the time of the quarter as long as it's a reasonable time. But I think it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be sudden death. I think just let the, like how they do in basketball. You got the, even though it's 5 minutes, you play in a regular game pretty much. Like whoever's on top when the time's over wins. Like say if both teams able to, the team do score a touchdown in the first possession, I think the next team still should be able to get the ball. Just play the timeout like a normal game, and whoever was winning at the end wins. And if not, then I think it should just keep going. But of course, they're not going to have it like that. And I wouldn't push it too much. Like I said, I do care about the safety of the players. But that's a rule that's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be different. Just like how the field goals or the extra points got moved back. So I think it's raining outside. That's why I looked over my window like that. Yeah, so that's my view on that. But the two major changes, but I guess the NFL trying to loosen up, get a little bit more fun, which is always good, because the things they went over the years, all the serious stuff they had to deal with, domestic violence and stuff that Roger Goodell, that a lot of people hate, had to deal with, haven't been good for the NFL. But the NFL is king, as always. It's the most popular sport in America. And I admit that's my favorite sport to watch. So, two big changes in the NFL, and looking forward to the NFL season, and I can't wait for that. Nothing else really to touch on. Well, still some more NFL things. The Richard Service situation in Seattle. I've read a little bit about it, but I still need to hear more details. I mean, basically they said, and they did try to trade him, so that's probably made things worse, but they said really not just Richard Sherman, like most of the guys, especially on the defensive side of the ball, have tension with coaching staff, and particularly Russell Wilson, which, I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't like to judge what people feel. I just think Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. They could make the team better around them. They have, especially the offensive line. Yeah, it goes back to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago against New England. He threw that interception on the goal line, and a lot of players was upset, thinking that basically the conspiracy was they wanted Russell Wilson to win the MVP instead of Marshawn Lynch. But I mean, personally, I disagree with the call too. I didn't even see the Super Bowl. I was in a situation where I couldn't watch it. That was the first Super Bowl I missed in 20 years, and I was upset that it ended like that and I missed it. It's going through some things at home, and I had my lights was cut off, so that's why I missed that Super Bowl. But I would have probably ran the ball too. You had a timeout. I would have ran the ball at least the first play after that, before I threw it. But it's basically that's been a hangover for them for the last couple of years, which is understandable. You get that close basically to winning a game. So I just hope all that works out. I like Seattle as far as the football team. They're going to be air conditioned again this year. But hopefully this will smooth over. They have a good season. But unless something more drastic come out, like, because all the players are pretty much denying it, but the insiders that's around the team saying that that's how it is. But hopefully they get past it as a team and move on to the season. Other than that, nothing else really to talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna do a special episode Thursday. It will be all about the NBA Finals, a special NBA Finals for you. I predict who I think is going to win it, how many games. I talk about LeBron James and Michael Jordan, the comparisons, how I feel about it. I'm going to touch on it a lot more. So we'll do it for this episode. Pretty short, like I said. Wasn't much to talk about other than the NBA Finals. Like I said, I'm going to do a special on that, so that's why I'm not going to touch on it right now. I want to have a couple more days to think about. Right now, if I had to choose right now, though, I'd probably go with Golden State at 6. That's how I feel it. I might change my mind by then. And the more and more I think about Cleveland, I might change my mind. I don't know, but we'll definitely see. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I thank everybody for watching. We're getting a pretty decent views with this, so I think I got 7 views last week, so thanks so much. Like I said, I didn't really, the last 2 videos was long as I started talking about politics and stuff, which I don't even really, like I said, I'm not a politician person. I talked about some of my personal problems and dragged the video out, but I think people that did watch it, hopefully, like I said, I want to be eventually someone that can help people that deal with any type of problems, depression or anything, so I definitely don't regret talking about it. And oh, it's a holiday weekend. I think I did mention that. Like I said, thanks for our armed services. Personally, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now and have a free life if they didn't do what they did, and I respect them. That's what Memorial Day is all about. But you know, most people use it as an excuse to celebrate, so which is nothing wrong with that. But me personally, I guess because of my situation with family, I don't really, you know, it's like a normal day to me, so that's all I'm saying about it. But thanks. Check out all my other projects. Actually, I probably played a couple of pre-videos today. I did a Dragon Ball Xenoverse video yesterday, so probably still do those 2 games. Tekken 7 comes out next week. Definitely go and pick that up. I already paid for it and everything, so definitely will have videos of that on the channel as well. Alright everyone, that's it. My name is Troy West, as known as Silent Assassin on YouTube. Thank you all for your support and your time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend. Be safe. I see you guys Thursday. NBA Finals. It's going to be one of the best ever. Cavaliers Warriors 3. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time.